Alright guys, the painting that you see in front of you is a painting that I've done to recreate a view of our homelands, which is south of Alice Springs, down in an area commonly known as the James Range. This area belonged to Southern Aranda people. Aranda having 5 dialects within Central Australia. We're in the southern zone, commonly language called Pradam. The James Range, in English of course, in Aranda we call Yolamba. Yolamba is the path of rain. This particular site where our homeland is belongs to Umberlara. Umberlara meaning rainbow. It's a section of the rain stories that travel from the west of Hermannsburg area and travels out to our east into the Simpson Desert area, following the path of certain elements that were created in that area. Rain begins, the cloud formations and so forth have to occur, lightning and so forth, right to the end where we get the showing of the rainbow, which of course shows us that rain and so forth is coming to an end. As you follow these patterns along, each family grouping from those areas start to become caretakers for these particular sites, as well as managerial groups as well. And so therefore it's then charged with our family groupings to look after these particular sites. This area here is part of a larger network. It's commonly called the Emanta Estate. Emanta is a large waterhole, roughly around 80 kilometres from this painting's description to the south of it, where grandfathers and grandmothers for roughly around 45,000 years come from. And the stories travel up to the north to where these sites are today that we live on and look after. This area we got back during the 1980s, during the end of the land rights movement. Took us a long 8-9 years of arguing and bartering with the government and consulting with a lot of other family groups that belong to this area as well. Yeah, the white law process was 8 years. Our process was probably 2 days. No contest between our Aboriginal families for us having custodial rights to this area. Our area consists of a larger estate known as Emanta. Emanta belonging to the Bat, which is our grandfather's dreaming stories as well. It spreads out into a wider, like a triangle type thing that travels over to the east of us, where another particular family group takes over the rain story and keeps it travelling to the east from there. To the west of us, we go to a point we know as Ura. Ura is Rainbow Valley. As people seems to think by the name, it has something to do with rainbow, of course, but named in English by the pretty colours. We know that place as Ura. Ura is the word we use for wood and things connected to fire within our areas. This space is probably around, in a good maybe 200, 250 radius type area, and that's like our living area, but yeah, the language spreads right down into the South Australian border and right out into the western areas and small pockets even way out next to the Kings Canyon area and so forth. Grandmother's family comes from the south, from the bigger, larger Luritja group, which is quite possibly one of the largest spoken languages right throughout Central Desert region. Becoming bilingual, we then have connections, with our cousins next door, and then that helps later future life as we get seniority and things like that help us connect and join the dots with the landscape and the social structures of next door and allow us to move as such. Yeah, another painting. It's done around 1990, and I was living out west at the time and a little bit homesick, and one of the old grandpas from out that way sang out to me and told me to come sit down, asked me what's wrong, and I explained to him that I sort of felt like going home and couldn't at the time because of vehicle trouble and so forth, and he was quite a painter himself and it's in his family, and so he asked me to sit down and gave me a piece of canvas and told me to have a crack, have a try and show him what I was missing, and from there it was sort of realised, even me realised what landscape, what it means to us and the connection to it, and a couple of them old fellas didn't believe me that I was a learner. I was only young then, 19, 20, and yeah, it just came out of me. I guess it was just that connection, to landscape.